For thousands of years, our First Nations people have been living off the land, using the traditional knowledge, values, and culture that was taught to them from birth. Why have we stopped exactly? There were laws that restricted our culture, our traditional knowledge, language, and values. But we were resilient and we fought for where we are today, and now we want our culture and our language back. Why is teaching traditional knowledge being so successful, and why is it so important to learn and pass on the knowledge?
The successes is seeing First Nation children succeed in every part of who they are, on their education, on the Western curriculum, and what's most important to me is the tradition and language gets passed on to them.
What are your successes specifically to the Tlingit class that took place in F.H. Collins?
There are a number of successes when I taught at F.H. Collins. It was literally a gift and an honor to be able to teach our adolescents they came from different parts. Some students were Tagish, some students were Teslin Tlingit. The successes was that they came into my class. Some were struggling in different areas in their life, and when they left the class in June, some of the students had honor rolls. They could speak some of the language. They were able and built their skills to carve and to paint, and they just knew more about who they were and where they came from, and it really grounded them and helped them in their life.
Why did you enjoy Tlingit class?
Because I got to learn traditional art and values like tan and hides, and because I was more interested in learning about my culture.
What was the difference between your other classes and Tlingit class?
Because I got to learn some of my own Tlingit language, and because it was a safe environment where I was able to be myself.
My name is Akutla, and I'm a Tlingit woman from Teslin. My English name is Pearl Keenan, and I was born up the Sutton River in Teslin. Because it identifies who you are. You have to know who you are and where you come from. Our traditional knowledge is a way back in our culture, and we have traditional ways, and it's important to know who you are and how do you stand.
The Western curriculum is failing for First Nations students. In 2004 to 2009, 36% of First Nations graduated in Canada, 67% non-First Nations, almost double. We can start now. Elders are willing to teach, and the youth just need to be guided to learn.
And like our elders always told us, we had a reason to be here. And you find out that reason. And that's the way you young people are too. You're the same thing. Why are you here? What is your goal? And study when you go to school, or you take up whatever you want to take up. You want to understand and go for a goal that you have.
With knowledge comes power. First Nations youth need traditional knowledge in their schools to help them with their education, spirituality, mentality, their stress levels even will be affected in a positive way. Imagine having a traditional class such as Tlingit 12 as a requirement in Western curriculum. Non-First Nations having the traditional knowledge to understand why the First Nations are the way we are. It would be a huge step towards equality for First Nations youth and non-First Nations. Isn't that what we want?